Good morning, guys. So two quick things. So I have been getting a whole bunch of calls and texts and emails about an unauthorized hard inquiry on your TransUnion credit reports, guys. So for anybody who has gotten a self-lender account, self-lender. I know a bunch of you guys actually have that. You may have noticed that there was a drop in your credit score, and it was because of an unauthorized hard inquiry. So guys, do not fret, do not go crazy. So I'll do two things. I'll address this immediate thing because I'm going to be in and out of availability today, and then I'll give you guys some tips about hard inquiries. Good morning, y'all. You said it was so thank you. So guys, what happened is that some of you guys may have saw a drop in your credit score real quick on TransUnion specifically because of an unauthorized hard inquiry, okay? Now that hard inquiry might say RentReporters, who is actually, I think Self-Lender actually owns that actual company. Guys, it is a data error. It's an error. So you do not have to do anything. TransUnion is actually in the process of going through and removing that like right now for everybody. I'm trying not to walk too far away from my bags. There's other people talking around there. So guys, so check your email. So number one, if you saw a dip in your credit scores, specifically TransUnion, then go ahead, pull your credit reports and make sure you check everything. Step number two, guys, if you see any unauthorized hard inquiries specifically from RentReporters or anything from Self-Lender, just know that it is an error. They are aware of it and they are going to be removing that. So you don't really need to do anything at all. But guys, listen, let me tell you guys something. Hello, good morning. This is where, you know how I tell you guys, it's just a database of information. That's why when I do those deep dive lives like on YouTube about like, you know, the sweeps and how to get things off of your credit file, guys, that's why it actually works. It actually works because it's a database of information. They have to verify all this. So I'm actually going to have a new masterclass coming very soon where I'm going to talk about how to increase your personal credit scores and your business credit scores. Stay tuned for that announcement, guys. I'm going to deep dive into this, but I just wanted to address that because I had multiple people who use Self-Lender and multiple people who saw that dip, guys. And always remember, a hard inquiry itself is not negative. It's excessive hard inquiries that can hurt your file. On average, depending on the scoring model and depending on what else is actually on your reports, it can be anywhere between like 3 to 5 to 7 points each. Okay, guys? And so real quick, if you ever, guys, remember, it's a database of information. Even though some of you guys have legit hard inquiries, come on, I see y'all, okay? But sometimes information does get mixed up. I have a lot of people who have hard inquiries, and some of them actually really are not yours. So, action item, guys, pull your reports, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. I recommend getting your full consumer disclosure copy from annualcreditreport.com. Shannon, let me know if you can still hear me because I'm trying to like talk loud enough so you guys can hear me, but not like loud enough so that I'm like disrupting everybody else. And then just go through the inquiries, guys. If there's things that are not yours, you don't recognize, they're unauthorized. Thank you, love. Coming in like perfect, thank you. Then always remember that it's your right as a consumer under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA, to challenge anything you feel is inaccurate, unfair, outdated, guys. So I want you to think about it. Let's say you're 5 points, 10 points, 15 points away from a cash out refinance, a home equity line, an FHA mortgage, a commercial mortgage, something of that nature. Guys, this is low hanging fruit. If you have 10 hard inquiries and you get 3 removed, 5 removed, 7 removed, guys, that could be 10 points, 15 points, 20 points. So guys, don't just focus on just collections, just negative things, guys. Always make sure high level strategy. Make sure you're always looking at your entire credit report. So not just your scores, but your credit profile and everything that goes into it. Because some of you guys are 5 points away from, come on somebody, look, I'm trying not to, look, y'all know I will go off in here. They looking at me like I'm crazy. Y'all always get me in trouble at the airport, right? And so, you know, some of you guys are focusing in the wrong area where you have some low hanging fruit that you can actually like, you know, get some points done and get to your mortgage pre-approval, get to your business credit, whatever it is. Remember the 524 rule, right? For Chase and for Citibank. So I'm not going to deep dive into it right now, guys, because I have to catch a flight. But I am going to let you, just want to jump on here and answer that real quick for you. And if I get a chance, oh wait, is that mine? If I get a chance, I'll probably do a live, probably on YouTube, maybe later on tonight, a real quick impromptu. All right, so the very next thing, guys, is I have people asking me about refinancing their car. So let me just say this. Every situation is specific. What I mean is that, you know, if you have a mortgage pre-approval and you've gotten your property and your credit is good, and let's say you were in a predatory loan where it was a high interest rate or a high payment or something of that nature, then refinancing your car may be an option. However, is it the best option and is it timely? Guys, always remember it depends on, y'all know I'm talking fast, so I think I'll repost this. You better get your notebook and get your pen and watch the replay. But guys, always remember it depends on your income, your goals, what else is on your credit file, right? Because I'm not a fan of refinancing a car, and I'll tell you why. Cars depreciate in value. Okay, let me say it again. Cars depreciate in value. So refinancing is like, what is the actual goal of that? Because now you're going to have an installment loan that's paid off, right? Always remember, when installment loans are paid off, they go to closed. When you have a closed account now that maybe you had a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years worth of positive payment history, you can actually see a drop in your score. So all of you, high level strategy, I want you to go through and think about what you're trying to do. If you're trying to buy a house in 3 months, you don't want to refinance your car before you get your mortgage pre-approval or FHA loan, right? So there's no blanket answer to this. What I don't recommend is that you're using something like your credit for things that are liabilities. It's a better option to work on your credit and maybe get some business credit and then pay that off with like a business line of credit, a high limit cash credit card that's 0% interest for 6 to 18 months. Like, there's other ways to actually do this. So for the person that asked me that, I can't give you a blanket yes or no because I'm not sure of your goals, your credit, your time frame, and all those things. I'm never a fan of refinancing a car because they depreciate in value. I'm like, sell that thing, put it in your business name so it could be a tax write-off, put that thing on Toro. Like, don't get me to start. Like, I'll go ahead and put it on Kelly Blue Book and sell that thing at retail, pay the whole thing off on full, and then go ahead and start a whole nother business with that money. Come on, somebody, incorporate and go from there. So, just find out what the goal is, but never, ever, 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 ever waste the hard inquiry when you have something else big that you're trying to do with your personal credit, guys. Okay? And then always remember your score. I have plenty of people that go pay off their car and then their scores drop and they don't understand why. Well, one of the reasons is because, right, your score is calculated by open available credit, open available revolving, and open available installment. So revolving is like your credit cards, your lines of credit. So if you can pay it down to a zero balance, guys, and not close it, it will stay open for you, okay? So that will still help you build. But for installment credit is like loans, personal loans, auto loans, mortgages, all the things, right? When you pay it off in full, guys, that means that now that account is closed. So that trade line is still going to be in your credit report, but it's no longer like that positive payment history is no longer calculated into your score the same way. So takeaways for you, right? Because I talk fast and I'm getting ready to go catch a flight. Takeaways is I don't recommend refinancing a car because it's an asset that depreciates in value. Also, when installment loans go to a zero balance, they're automatically closed, so you can see a drop in your credit score because that positive payment history is no longer calculated. And then also remember, guys, like, it's not necessarily the best use of your actual credit or your score. There's probably other things that you can do to kind of get to your goals. So what is it you're really trying to accomplish? Kind of ask yourself that as well. And so I just want to jump on here and answer that question because that was too much to text, too much for DM, too much in all those things. If you want me to look at your specific situation, guys, then set up a strategy session. That way I can look at your credit, your goals, your debt to income ratio, your time frame. That's one other thing I want to add to you. Debt to income ratio, debt to income ratio, debt to income ratio. The only time I may recommend do something like pay off the car early or refinance or something of that nature is if you're trying to maybe do like a conventional loan, a commercial loan, an FHA loan, a 203K construction loan, something of that nature, and your debt ratios are too high. Paying the car off will help your debt to income ratio, okay? So you're gonna have to kind of see your personal situation and see what works best. Was that helpful for you guys? I'll repost this. I'm going to jump on. I'll be MIA for a little while because I have a flight to catch, and then maybe later on. Look, no promises, y'all, because I got some meetings as soon as I land. But depending on what's going on when I land, I'll try to maybe jump on. Maybe I'll do YouTube and then post a clip for you guys and answer this in more detail. But real quick, morning information for you guys. I hope that was helpful. Too much to type, and I will see you later on. Have a super amazing day on purpose. Bye, guys.